If you want to learn how to make your own sublimation tumblers really easily, then keep watching because I'm going to show you how easy it is with the HTV Ront Auto Tumbler Press, and it does 2 sizes. Hi, I'm Sarah. I'm the crafter and designer behind this channel. And today we are looking at the new HTV Ront Auto Tumbler Press. And this machine is brilliant. You do need a sublimation printer to be able to use it, but the results are brilliant. So this is my first project. And I made a floral tumbler and a floral and striped tumbler. Now there are mistakes on this one, but it's the first time I've ever done it. I am not swapping it out and making a new one because I wanted you to see how easy it is for first time use and to see my mistakes so that you can correct them yourself. And I just didn't tape it on the top of the bottom. I love how this enables you to work on 2 different patterns. Now I've seen that some people have put a panel around the middle, so you can do that and you just cut that as a curve shape, or like this, you just in the corresponding colours use a different pattern on the bottom to the top. Now I got this repeat pattern in the Canva Pro edition, so that's where you pay extra to have all the special features, but you can also make your repeat pattern in Canva in the free version. So I will drop the link to that below because you can use any pattern you want from any design, or you can make it a monogram with one of my free alphabets. I'll pop the link to all my printable alphabets below so that if you want to make it as a monogram, you can do that too. Right, so what we're going to do is we're going to head over to Canva, we're going to make our wrap, and then we're going to press them with the HTV Ront Auto Tumbler Press. And if you sell for a business, or even if you want it as a great hobby project for gift, this is brilliant. When I knew it was coming, I thought, yeah, it'll be all right, but I'm super impressed because you can make one of these in no time at all. The biggest trouble I had with this project was my printer not playing ball. It took me a while to fix it, but you do need a sublimation printer. And a top tip if you've got a sublimation printer is print something every week, because I left mine for a few months, didn't use it, didn't really have any inspiration for sublimation before I got this, and it went dry and it's taken me a week to fix it. So yeah, if you get a sublimation printer, print every week to keep the ink moving through it, because it takes a lot of fixing if not. Right, so what we're going to do is we're going to head over, we're going to get started, and we're going to make our very own gorgeous sublimation tumbler. And here we are in the paid version of Canva, and we've clicked on the sidebar to create a design, and I've searched A4, so we wanted an A4 design. Now what we're going to do is we're going to go into the side and we are going to click on elements. So when you're in elements, you're going to click patterns, and we want repeat patterns. So it might take a few searches, and the reason we want repeat is because we might have to double it up over to fit the A4. So the first one I saw was this one, and I thought I'll just leave it in because you can see that there are such a lot of choice if you want to create different designs. And as I'm scrolling through the side, you can see that there's actually loads. So I'm going to put in now floral pattern, and as I search through, there's a lot more coming up, but I'm going to probably go into that and change it to floral repeat pattern. And again, you can do this in the free version. I will drop a link below to show you how to make your own patterns. But this is if you want to just go in and have it all done for you. So this is a repeat pattern. What that means is I'm going to make it bigger and make sure it's covering my whole sheet. And then when I duplicate it, it will snap. And you see there that the pattern just repeats on. And because of that, I can print it out on an A4 and wrap it right around my tumbler. And it's a really great way of making patterns if you want to make something really quick at the last minute and don't want to design your own. There are these options in the paid version. In the free version, you've got to make your own. But again, I'll drop that link, and it is not difficult at all. So I'm going to use this for my first tumbler. So I'm going to download it, because once you've got your pattern, you're happy with it, you can download it. I'm just going to drag it bigger so there was no edges, because I'm going to get the odd edge on my printer anyway. But as long as you get as much of the sheet covered and it's all matched up, then that is the perfect pattern for printing on sublimation. Now, if you were going to print something with words on, you'd have to flip it, because when you're sublimating, you need to flip your pattern. But this doesn't matter because it's just a uniform pattern. So I'm going to download it. So let's go into the side and save or download. And I'm going to do it as a JPEG and download that. And that will now open it on my computer. And to print it, I'm going to go into preview, and I'm going to go onto tools and assign profile. And when you open this, you can see all the different profiles for sublimation. So this is how you do it on your Mac, so that you can see the profiles from your ink, for your sublimation printer, which you would have previously set up. The annoying thing is you have to change that every time. Then you're going to click File and go to Print. Make sure you get the correct printer, and I'm going to make sure that I fill the whole page. So you want to find the setting where it says print entire page. Oh, there you go, it's there. So print entire page rather than entire image. So that just moves it out a bit. You still get a tiny border, but then you can select print. Now what you want to make sure is that when you print it on best quality. So before we move on, I'm going to show you how I made my next pattern, the stripy pattern. So I went into the same search bar and searched for stripes, and I just changed the colour because Canva will bring up in the sidebar colours that are in the project, so it will pick out the colours of the project above, and you can see there. So I've duplicated my stripes and overlapped them and changed one to the orange pattern, or the orange colour, because it's enabled me to just naturally and easily match those. And then you can print those off exactly in the same way, setting your colour profile. So you're going to download them as a JPEG, it will put it into a folder, and when you print them, just make sure that you set your colour profile with whether you're on Windows or Mac, whichever way you do it, so that it prints out the colours that you want it to be quite true to colour. And here we are printing through, so you can see that the colour comes out dull as it comes through the printer, but it does brighten up when we put it on the project. So this has to be a sublimation printer, and this is special sublimation ink. So it's all printed off, and we are going to sublimate onto this tumbler. It's a really good idea to give it a good wipe with an alcohol wipe. I'm going to take the lid off, and the aim is now that we're going to fit this over our tumbler. I haven't worked out measurements for a seamless pattern, so I'm just going to go ahead and remove a section at the back. So I'm going to go to there where that leaf is, and we're going to tape it round so that it's really secure. So make sure that you pull it really tight when you're taping. And then here we've got this sleeve. So what that does is it keeps it all into place and presses it once it's in the machine. So we're going to pop it in the machine first, but first of all I need to heat it up. So we've got the tumbler. I'm just going to pop my gloves back on, and it's ready to go. So I'm going to try and line that up, the cover, with my back crease as much as possible, and we're going to pop it in. Now when you pop it in, it does completely cover it, which is brilliant because it flips right around it. Make sure it is completely covered, and we're ready. It's finished, so we're going to pull it out. Now obviously really important to have your gloves on, and we're just going to push that through, and it's boiling, but we're going to put that on a heat mat now. And here we are, it's done. Got to let it cool a bit because you can, honestly, you just can't even touch it. But once we've done that, still wearing my gloves, and there you go. And wow, that is absolutely gorgeous. So you can see the line at the back. So I didn't properly line it up. That's the first time I've actually made one of these, but I am thrilled with that. That is absolutely gorgeous. So I think if anything, going forward, I'd maybe leave a little white gap down the middle of the back, but it's not really a problem. But that looks beautiful. So what we've got now, and I'm not going to do this yet until it dries out, is I'm going to pop that on the bottom, and that's my pad that sticks on the bottom, and then we've got our lid, but we'll let it all dry out first. But you can just see how gorgeous that is. I am so thrilled with how that turned out. And I drink water all the time, so I will use that all the time. So what we're going to do now is we're going to have a go at making one of the bigger tumblers, and they are a bit different. I will show you that, because not only are they bigger, they've got 2 layers, and that is why I've got another attachment that we're going to use that so that we can do a top and a bottom section. So the amazing thing about the HTV Ront Auto Tumbler Press is it not only makes this shape, it makes this shape tumbler. And what you need to do is we need to just switch out this. So it comes with an extra casing, and this, you can see in there, is shaped so that you can fit your different shaped tumblers in. What we're going to do now is we're going to pop this out, and I'm going to pop it in so you can see how it works. And we're going to make the bigger tumbler. And to do that, it just pulls out. Now, I made my other tumbler yesterday. I allowed this to cool right down because it does get hot, as long as it's cooled right down. So now we're going to pop this in, and to put it in you've got to just slightly put your fingers in to open it up a little bit, because you want to slide those lines in there, and once they slide in there it all clicks in, and that's really easy to do. So what we're going to do now is we're going to print off a tumbler. I'm going to make the same pattern at the top, but I'm going to make a stripy pattern on the bottom, so there's a bit of contrast. So let's have a go. And here's our tumbler. So we've got the tumbler. The tumbler comes with a lid, the handle and screws, so we can pop those on after the other screws in the packet. And we've got a screwdriver here to pop the handles on after, so it's going to go in without the handle. And it's great that it comes with them off, because they are a bit of a faff to take off, so it's better to do it that way and just put them on and it be nice and secure. So now we need to prepare our wrap. The top should fit fairly well, because when I measured this yesterday it fit round. Now what you've got to be aware of is look at the edges, because my printer has put these little ink blots on, so I'm going to cut those off now, because if you don't they will transfer onto your mug. This, it won't matter as much because we're going to have to measure that anyway. So let's start by putting the first one on. I'm going to prepare my tape. So this is the tape we use. It's heat proof tape and it doesn't affect the transfer. So when you put this on, the great thing is it doesn't stop. If it's over something, it doesn't stop the ink, or it hasn't on my last one. We're going to pop this on here and wrap it round. So it is quite a lot higher, so we can cut it down. So I'm going to cut it. I'm probably going to do a mark. That'll be the easiest way. Pop that on there. And I'm going to cut it there. We could measure it, which is the more exact way. Find where that is. There. And it goes almost round the A4, so we're just going to wrap it round. Don't you just hate it when it sticks to your finger rather than the project? You've got to pull it as tight as possible and stick it on. Now I can get that bit. And it's really important to get it tight and secure, because you don't want it sliding in the heat press. And again, get that at the bottom. And I'm going to also tape it at the top. So we'll just tape it one on each side, because we don't want any movement. And then we are going to cut the bottom. So I think I'm going to have to measure that. I am very much one for guesswork, but I'm going to grab a pen, and that wants to be there. So we're going to cut that first. But we have got that top bit, so I think I'm going to cut that off and do that again, because what we don't want is that if we go just below that line we'll be fine. So I've cut the end off that end, and we're going to do it exactly the same. We can actually go right round with this, especially because it's a striped pattern. So I'm just going to wrap it right round, fold that where it needs to be cut. And because this is a stripe pattern, that's why I thought this would be a really great one for this. Now this is very, very slightly angled, but not a great deal, so you've just got to overlap it slightly. And then my last two bits can just flip over there to secure it at the bottom, just so again, so that it doesn't move. We want it to keep as still as possible. And the great thing about this one is it has its very own wrap. So that's going to go in there before we pop it in our machine. So you can see how that fits in. I'm just going to slide that so that's completely covered that bit, and that covers that bit. So we'll see what happens with the bottom, whether it goes all the way around or whether it should do, because that does close. So we'll have a go. What I'm going to do now is start to warm it. I've only just turned it on, but we want it on a pressure of 135 pound, 210 seconds, and my temperature is 390 Fahrenheit. So I'm going to let that all warm up, and when it's ready we'll pop it. We're all ready and heated up, so when we look through you can see that it's narrower at the end. So what we're going to do now is we're going to pop this in. I've got my heat mat next to me, but I'm probably going to move that, or I might slide it out onto that after. So what you've got to do is make sure that it's completely covered, and we're going to pop that in. So once you've got those, you can just slide that in there. So you can slide it down so you're in the narrower part, and we're going to press go. And we are done, so we can now pull it out. So I'm going to pull it out and just pop it on there and allow it to cool before we take the transfer off. And here is the moment of truth. We're going to just take our tape off. So I'm just going to lift it from under there, and I stuck that one down well. I mean, to be fair, we can just rip it. And look at that. Oh, I love it. This is the bit I'm excited to see. It's slipped there. I can see that it's slipped when I've put it in, but this is the first time I've done it. And you can see where we've got our crossover there. So I think next time I'd line that up differently, but apart from the fact that it has slipped slightly, and that I think next time I would tape it there as well. That has come out brilliantly. I am thrilled with that. How cute is that? So now what we're going to do is we're going to put the handle on. I've not used the machine before. This was my first time using it, and it is really user friendly, really easy to use. Pop my handles in. They're nice and tight. And pop the lid on. And there you go. Brilliant. 2 beakers, made with sublimation, with the auto tumbler press, and the results are brilliant. I think if anything, bit just there, operator's error, but I'm not going to make another one and pretend it didn't happen, because we do make mistakes, and that's part of getting better. So yeah, really, really pleased with those. And I love the two-tone effect. And isn't that easy? I mean, these are brilliant. If you know somebody that likes to drink a big drink, then, so I always have a drink on me, probably not this big, but always this size. I tend to use my Royal Caribbean drinks cup from our cruise. I save them and bring them home every time when they're part of the drinks package, but I'm swapping it out for this because I love it. It's just so pretty. And the fact that you can make gifts for friends, you can make them to sell them. I love that if you are a seller and you do sell your own products on Etsy or at craft markets, this is a really easy win, because you can personalize them, you can make trending patterns, whatever's fashionable at the moment, you can make bulk sets for companies and brands. There's so many options with this, and I'm going to be using it a lot. I will drop the tutorial to make your own repeat pattern in Canva. I'll drop that below. I will also drop the link to my printable alphabets in case you want to make or pop a monogram letter in the middle of your pattern, which actually I might do that video another time to show how I would do that. So thank you for watching along with me. I will see you next time, and happy crafting.